Hi guys, welcome to McKola TV. This is the preview for the FA Cup third round clash against Derby County at Old Trafford. Friday night football this week. Yes, that means we got Saturday and Sunday to kick back, relax and watch the rest of the FA Cup third round results come through. But first up, we've got to do our bit of business against Derby County. We beat Derby County in 2016 en route to winning the FA Cup. Remember that? Under Louis van Gaal, the good old, wow, I say the good old days. They weren't really, were they? Where were I going with that one? But anyway, we beat them en route to the FA Cup back then. And we've got them again. This time though, at Old Trafford, not at Pride Park. We have played them the last two times at Pride Park in the FA Cup. So, interesting. Could it be a good omen for them that the FA Cup, third time lucky at Old Trafford maybe? Could they pull off a shock? Let's hope not, eh? Last time a championship club beat us at Old Trafford, who was it? Was it Leeds, was it? Might have been dirty old Leeds when Jermaine Beckford scored. That may be the last championship side to have won at Old Trafford. So let's hope we don't see similar this weekend, this Friday night at Old Trafford against Derby County. Derby County sitting second in the championship. Manchester United sitting second in the Premier League. So it's, at the moment, the two runner-up spots against each other. It's not going to be an easy game. Gary Rowett is a very, very good coach. He was at Birmingham City, surprisingly got sacked by them. He's gone to Derby County and put them in at second spot already, and they're one of the favourites to go up, although teams around them are doing very, very well at the moment. Wolves, Cardiff, I know they've had a difficult run at the moment. Aston Villa are doing well, Bristol City. So there's a fair few teams that will challenge them, but Derby are one of the favourites for promotion this year, and United have already played Bristol City aside in the championship and lost this season. So Derby County will be feeling very, very confident. And I'm hoping that Bristol City game will give Manchester United, their players, the manager, a little bit of a, hey, you know what to expect now. Let's not make any more mistakes. Because the FA Cup as well, big competition for us. Last season we won the League Cup and the Europa League. Win the FA Cup this time around. If we finish second in the league, it hasn't been that bad of a season, has it? So the FA Cup could be an important competition for Manchester United, and it'd be good to progress through to the fourth round. Now, of course, we are live, so you guys watching live, thank you very much for joining us. If you're watching this back later on today, between now and the game, then thank you very much for getting involved. Make sure you're getting your comments in. I'm going to dive into some of the live comments right about now. We've got 70 odd people watching, and that number is of course climbing. As always, make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're getting your comments in. Make sure you're getting your thoughts in. Make sure you're subscribing. I can see Haida. I can see Jay. Jay said, Adam, we lost to Bristol, pal. I was on about at Old Trafford, mate. I know that we lost to Bristol City. I just mentioned that recently as well. At Old Trafford, and I think it was Leeds who were the last team to beat us at Old Trafford, championship side. M&M fan, welcome. Jorvan256, hope you're doing well. He wants to see an attacking side. Michael Mulclair, thank you very much for your nice comment. Ronak says he wants to win the FA Cup. Let's take it seriously. Pogba to fry Derby's defence, says Jagart. Tesso says if Pogba plays further forward, we'll win. Adam the Myth, the Legend, says Z. Thank you very much. Who do you think we're going to sign in January, says Cena. Now, I'm going to start doing regular live transfer streams, so I'm going to leave that question for now. But I will do regular live streams for you guys, so don't you worry about that one. I'll maybe start back up again with those tomorrow and give you a little bit of a live stream. Tonight, I've got a green screen now at my house, so I've sorted that out. I'm going to be filming a special 2017 review and a kind of look ahead to 2018. So I'll be filming that tonight. If the edit goes well, I'm hoping to have that up for you this time tomorrow night. That's why I've done this Derby County preview a little bit earlier. Ankit says hi from Nepal. Thank you for getting involved. And Ahmad is back in the comments. Tahir says we should play 4-3-3 every game. Now I'll give you guys my predicted team news a little bit later on in this stream, but I think you'll be happy with that one. Avinash says he would love Twanzebe to start. And did I hear about David Silva prayers to his son, says Sheikh. I've not heard the full story. Obviously, I know he's recently had a son. He's not well as far as I'm aware. And of course, best wishes to them, regardless of whether you're City, United, whatever football team, those kind of things go out of the window, don't they? And best wishes to the Silva family. Ozil's playing for Arsenal, says Nadine. No shit. He is an Arsenal player at this moment in time. Can I tell Rui Faria to play 4-3? Mourinho makes the decisions. Why am I going to tell Rui Faria that? And how can I tell Rui Faria that? Do you know that he watches this channel and I don't? Maybe. Maybe. Rui, let's play 4-3-3. Sheikh, yeah, I've already read that comment. Reckon we will see any of the young guns on Friday, says Tom. I'm hoping we get to see a little bit of Axel Tuanzebe. Now, Axel Tuanzebe has been one of those younger players that Jose Mourinho has taken a really real liking to. He does like Axel Tuanzebe. I remember his first ever game for Manchester United against Wigan Athletic. Tuanzebe played in that one, and he seemed to impress Jose Mourinho. Last season, he made a few appearances, although not many, and he come off the bench recently for Manchester United as well. So, that being said, I hope Axel Tuanzebe does get some minutes against Derby County, whether that's from the start or from the bench. Jose Mourinho may be scarred by that Bristol City game. Now, I know Axel Tuanzebe didn't start in that game. Darmian started in that game. And I was thinking, we should have played Tuanzebe in this match. Darmian starts, he has a stinker. Now, whether Jose Mourinho is thinking he can give Tuanzebe a chance, he can rely on Tuanzebe more. Because if you look at some of the benches since that game against Bristol City, Tuanzebe seems to have leapfrogged Darmian in the pecking order. So it could be a case that Tuanzebe comes in for this game. We've got no Ashley Young, who's out for suspension. And if Antonio Valencia doesn't return, we will need a right back. Lindelof obviously played there last time out. He did okay, but I think Balasti did cause him problems at times. Derby County are a team that are in confidence. They're in form. Tactically, they'll have a manager that will try and work something out for them. And they'll be playing to a plan. Even if they can try and get a draw, they'll be trying to do that. So it's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one. Usman Fiaz says 50k by the end of the season. Hoping I get 50k before that, to be totally honest with you, mate. But yes, it would be nice to at the very least be on 50k by the end of the season. We're nearly on 44k now. So if I can't make 6,000 in the next 5 months, then that's a little bit poor. So yes, I am hoping to be on 50k by the end of the season, but hopefully 50k plus. Who do I think is going to win at the Emirates tonight? I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. Tuanzebe is more solid compared to Darmian, says Nadeem. Ronak says Darmian has no future at the club. Tuanzebe does, and we should play him. We should be playing him, rather. I can't wait to get Fosu back and allow us to give Valencia a well-deserved rest now and then, says Sam Knight. I was thinking about this the other day. I do really like Timothy Fosu-Mensah. I think he's a fantastic talent. You guys already know how much I love Timothy Fosu-Mensah. But in terms of Timothy Fosu-Mensah, I think now that he is playing more regularly, he played again recently in the win yesterday. At the start, Roy Hodgson wasn't playing him. But it seems like Timothy Fosu-Mensah has got him, earned some trust from him, because he's played a little bit more recently too. Adam Robinson saying Timbo was class again last night. So it's very interesting. I wouldn't bring him back though. He's getting more game time at the minute at Crystal Palace, and if we do have a recall option on him, I'm sure we can activate that at any time and not just in the transfer window. ZRE says if I do a live watch along, I will reach my mark. It's impossible for me to do any live watch alongs, mates. If I watch a game at home for whatever reason during the season, I'll try and do one. But I'm at every game, with or without a ticket. I'm at every game, so it's difficult for me to do that. Any news on Andreas Pereira? Says Jay, he's doing well at the moment at Valencia. Timbo needs to be recalled. Again, I'm not sure if he's going to play minutes at Crystal Palace. Don't recall him. It'd be stupid to do that. Guys, we've got over 130 people in now. As I said, the numbers keep climbing. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for joining us live as well. And make sure you're hitting that like button. And, of course, subscribe if you're unsubscribed to Adam McKola TV. We're very close to 43,850. Farouk says, can you do more career mode? I'm recording a career mode video for you tomorrow. That will be up on Friday. I realised I have been slacking a little bit on those. But it's a new year. It's 2018 and I'm going to keep the content coming. I've been trying to figure out a few new things for the channel. Like I said, I've got myself a green screen now. So I'm going to be doing more like top 10s maybe, top 5s, things like that. I'm starting with the 2017 review in front of the green screen. But of course, any ideas for me to do in front of that, any style videos you want to see, let me know in the comment. Obviously, I'm not going to copy Statman Dave's like insightful, tactical kind of things. That's his style. But in my only style, I will give you different kind of videos. So let me know what you want, whether it's top 5 transfer targets, top 10 memorable, I don't know, whatever you want, get it in the comments below. I'm going to be upping it now and adding more different kinds of content, as well as the vlogs, match reviews, match previews, match day vlogs. All that stuff's going to keep continuing. Bud the Red, thank you very much, mate. Injury news, says Boss Ibrahim. Let's get over to the website. So they haven't got any updates yet on the injury news. Now we know Eric Bailly's out, Marwan Fellaini's out, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic is out. Those guys are long-term injuries. Eric Bailly, Carrick, Zlatan, Fellaini are definitely out. Valencia, I don't know whether he's going to return or not. Jose Mourinho didn't really give us any idea on his return date. Now, it'd be great to have him back because we're lacking at the moment, especially with Ashley Young suspended as well. But I have no update on that. Jose Mourinho is doing a press conference on Thursday, so I'm sure he'll update us in that press conference. Of course, we are definitely without Ashley Young as well, though, because he is suspended. Tom Lawrence plays for Derby, by the way. I know he played for Manchester United. I think he went to Leicester for a little bit as well. And he plays for Derby at this moment in time. So, interesting one. Ex-Red coming back to Manchester United. I know Darren Bent plays for them, but I don't think he's played at all this season. Top 10 bullshit rumours in each week of the January window, says Farouk. That's a good idea, you know. That is a good idea. Soulflow says, Adam, what are your thoughts on that Inter swap with Mkhitaryan? I don't think it's going to be happening, to be totally honest with you. I discussed this yesterday on Tomorrow's Transfers Today on Full-Time Devils, where I said swap deals very rarely happen. And even with Inter Milan fucking us around with Ivan Perisic, should we really play ball with them? I say we stick 2 fingers up to them and don't do business with them. As simple as that. The last time we played Derby County at Old Trafford was in the League Cup in 2009, January 2009. And guess who the goal scorers were, guys? Can you guess the goal scorers? Get your comments in. The score was 4-2. It was 20th of January 2009. It was second leg of the League Cup semi-final. Who were the 4 different goal scorers for Manchester United? Who were the 4 different goal scorers? Get them in the comments below. Let's see if you guys can guess them. Please do a post-game player rating, big man, says Avinash. That's a good idea, you know. If the turnover can be quick on those, then I'll try and do them. What do you guys think is reasonable for reaction videos? Like, because I like to get my reaction videos up immediately. My match day vlogs, I get them up within 12 hours of the game finishing, or 24 hours of the game finishing. What do you think is a reasonable time? So if we have a game on a Saturday, when do you expect a player ratings video to be up by latest? Because I've got to travel back, all that stuff. So I've got to deal with those kind of things as well. Unfortunately, I'm not at home for every game. Cristiano Ronaldo scores Rooney Rio, says Sukesh. He's got one of them. Ronaldo, Rooney, Berbatov, and Makeda. No, wrong, Jord. Rooney scores CR7. Wrong. Rooney Giggs scores Park, says Gungshi. Wrong. Someone's going to Google it in a minute. Come on, guys. Ronaldo definitely scored one of the goals. So you guys have definitely got one of the goals. Ronaldo. Who were the other 3 goal scorers? The other 3 goal scorers on January the 20th, 2009. Keep them coming in. Saturday night, Sunday, or even Monday, Sunday morning. Yeah, see, so it's a quick turnover. Cool. I got it. Thank you for your input, guys. Thank you for your stuff getting back. Jagart, yes, I did see True Geordie's video where he looked at mine and Rachel's fan cam. Rachel took it well, fair play to him, and that's Geordie, innit? Geordie knows. He makes some great videos. As well as Geordie, yeah, can I just say, his reaction to that prick, Logan, whatever his name is, his reaction to that guy was absolutely heartfelt. And I was of the opinion there that maybe people shouldn't really react to that because they're just capitalising on it. I think Geordie's in a position where he's already big enough. He doesn't need to get big off videos. And he was kind of the right voice to be replying to that. And I think everything he said, he nailed it. And I'm going to be working with True Geordie on Saturday on his Coral show. So I'll be with him, Statman Dave and Lozcast. So make sure you keep it locked for that. Also as well, I'm doing something with Copper about mental health awareness and suicide and stuff as well, which I'm really looking forward to. So keep an eye out for that too. Anyway, guys, Ronaldo, Welbeck, Nani, Berbatov. So we've got another one. Ronaldo and Nani is correct. Ronaldo and Nani is correct. Nani O'Shea, Tevez. Yes, Luke Webb got it. Well done, mate. Luke Webb got it. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribing and sharing. This is the Manchester United vs Derby preview. Manchester United in FA Cup third round action with a joint record holders of the FA Cup alongside Arsenal. I think, or have they, did it take back over with us? I'm not sure. But anyway, Barbados is in the building, says Blade. My dad and my family have been sending me pictures every day from Barbados. They went over there for Christmas. I'm missing my old man, my brother, my sister, and my stepmom as well. But they're over there in Barbados and they're sending me pictures. Got it, to have to see them bastards. Pereira, Twanzebe and McTominay to play, says Jake. I'll take one at a time. Pereira, I don't think so. Maybe on the bench. Sergio Romero likely to start. McTominay and Twanzebe, very, very possible. Matic will need a rest. Without Valencia, potentially. Without Ashley Young, definitely. Lindelof, did he really play great at right back the other day? I think he's had a great upturn in form recently. But I don't think right back's his best position in a back four. So what do you guys think to that one? But yeah, we could see McTominay and Twanzebe. What do I think about the Scholes comments, says Sam Knight. Now, I think Jose Mourinho was right to defend his player. And I love to see Jose Mourinho do that. Defending his players, defending his team. And Fergie would have done exactly the same thing as well. Any critics come out in his players, is going to come out and tell them to shut the fuck up and get at them. I disagree with Jose Mourinho about the money thing. I don't think it's about money. I don't think Paul Scholes thinks about wages and those kind of things. I don't think that plays on his mind. He's not long come out of football himself. So I think that was maybe over the line. But maybe Paul Scholes went a little bit over the line in his criticism of Paul Pogba. But having said that, Paul Scholes knows Manchester United when we were at our best. Paul Scholes knows everything about Manchester United. So maybe he has higher standards than others. But I think he did get a few things wrong with Paul Pogba. While I think he was right that Paul Pogba should have been playing in a more advanced role, I felt to say that Paul Pogba wasn't training correctly, or, you know, he wasn't playing as well or committing as well as he was at Juventus. I thought that was a little bit harsh and a little bit wrong. But I thought, generally speaking, Paul Scholes was right. But Jose Mourinho has to come out and defend his man. He has to come out and defend his player. And I was glad to see Jose Mourinho do that as well. I think Paul Scholes, yeah, he has a right to say what he wants. What he's done for this club gives him the right to say that. But at the same time, when we've got people like Graham Souness and all those guys kicking the boot in and taking any chance they can get to criticise Man United, sometimes I do wish Paul Scholes, Gary Neville would be a bit fairer on Manchester United. But I do think sometimes they have to go in a little bit harder on Man United. Maybe because they feel then they will show people they're being neutral as a pundit. So then whatever else they say about other teams will carry more weight. Maybe there's that little bit to it as well. Whereas people like myself, I don't give a fuck. I'm biased. I'm a Manchester United fan. I'll say what I want. Paul Scholes is a Manchester United fan too. But he's also paid huge amounts of money to be a pundit. So maybe sometimes he may go a little bit too far in trying to be neutral. Do you know what I mean? But he's got high standards as well. So I didn't really take a side in that one at all, to be totally honest with you. I think they were both right in a way. And I think both of them kind of overstepped the mark in a way as well. I don't think Scholesy was right to say he doesn't train properly, he's not committed properly. And I don't think Jose was right to mention money, because I don't think that's got anything to do with it. There's been a few comments about Marcus Rashford's form, and Boss says Rashford needs to step up. Totally agree with that. But I think also we need to support our man Marcus Rashford. We need to get behind him. He is a very, 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 very talented footballer. He's been doing fantastically well for Manchester United. He was our top goal scorer and top assist maker in 2017 in the calendar year. Shout out Statman Dave for that stat. But we need to stand by him. This is his first real dip in form, Marcus Rashford. It's to be expected from younger players. We have to expect that they will hit a little bit of a dip in form, and we have to back him when that happens. Yes, it's frustrating at this moment in time that we are so far behind Manchester City, but don't let that cloud your judgment. Don't let that make you be unfair towards the job Jose has, the job some of our players have. Jesse Lingard has come on leaps and bounds this year. Martial's nearly at double figures already. Rashford's nearly at double figures. They're both one goal away from double figures each. Jesse's got double figures. Lukaku's on 15 goals. Yes, they're having difficult patches at the moment. Yes, it's been a period of time where Rashford, Martial and Lukaku's goals are kind of all dried up at the same time. But we still need to get behind these boys, because they're young, they're talented, and they're Manchester United players, and get behind them. Anyway, now it's time for my team news. So we're going to get my team news out. That is my predicted lineup for this game. Right there. I have gone with a back four. Gone with a 4-3-3 again. I've gone with Sergio Romero in goal. I want to see Sergio Romero used. I think there's been a few rumours recently about Sergio Romero. Maybe worrying for his World Cup spot. He needs to get minutes under his belt. And I think that's why we could see a busier January than maybe a lot will expect this summer. This season. We'll see a busier January than usual, because it's World Cup year. A lot of players that are on the fringes are going to want to be playing regular football. The likes at Manchester United that will spring to mind in that, Romero, Blind, Darmian, etc. They may want to leave to get regular football. Romero, I'd start him in this game. Give David De Gea a rest. I think only Lukaku and Matic have played more minutes than David De Gea, and I think he deserves a rest. He might think, I want to play, get another clean sheet this season, but I'd say give Romero a game. He needs minutes under his belt. Put Joel Pereira on the bench. Give David De Gea a weekend off. We don't play again till the following weekend. Then in the back four, I'd go with Tuanzebe at right back. Lindelof, I think he did okay there, but it wasn't great against Everton. I'd like to see Tuanzebe come in and get some minutes. I'd hope to think he's leapfrog Darmian. Now I know Tuanzebe's favoured position is at centre half. He's not an out-and-out right back. He's probably better at right back with a 3 at the back, 3 centre halves. But I'd like to see him given a chance anyway. We need to get him minutes. Let's put Tuanzebe in. He did well there against Arsenal. I know that was a right wing back, but still, let's play him. Luke Shaw on the other side. He's played 4 out of 5 games for Manchester United and completed 90 minutes of the last 4 out of 5 games for Manchester United. That is a fantastic turnaround in a player that I think in October or November had only played 2 times for Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. So to see him get that run of games under his belt, obviously we've had suspension to Young, the injuries to Valencia, Darmian, Blind being out of form, but Shaw being able to come back in. I think in the second half against Everton he was absolutely fantastic. I think in the 0-0 draw against Southampton he had glimpses when he wasn't great, but glimpses when he played well. And I think, yes, he's been a little bit inconsistent in his form, but that's to be expected. And I think mainly Luke Shaw has been positive, particularly going forward, but he's shown his defensive ability as well. Play Luke Shaw. So yeah, I've gone with that back four: Tuanzebe, Smalling, Jones and Shaw, and Romero behind them in between the sticks. Shaw has been outstanding lately. Tuanzebe and Shaw excites me, says Bad Brad. Umer plays, thank you for commenting. Sensible team, says Bud the Red. I think we need to go with a sensible team. I think we have to be. We haven't got the luxury of still being in the Carabao Cup. We need to take one of these cups seriously, and I'd like it to be the FA Cup. I love the FA Cup. I want to see us go through. So I've gone with that back 5. McTominay at the DM position, or in a midfield 3, but at the holding position of that. I'd put McTominay there. I wouldn't be surprised to see it being Herrera in the sitting position and McTominay further forward in the right midfield position. Pogba in the left midfield position. He's missed an awful lot of games this season. I can't see Jose Mourinho taking the chance to rest him. He doesn't need a rest at this moment in time. Play Paul Pogba. Rohit says Angel Gomez for Pogba. I cannot see that happening at all, mate. Mkhitaryan on the right, Rashford on the left, and Lukaku up top is the team I've gone with. Jose Mourinho said after the Everton game, Romelu Lukaku could have played against Everton, but because of protocol, we left him out. And that, I think, is a hint that Romelu Lukaku will return. Maybe use this as an opportunity to play against a defence that he'll feel that he can get a couple of goals. And if he can get a couple of goals against these guys, Romelu Lukaku will be back in form and back underway in 2018. And that's what we need from our main man up top. Give Martial a rest, give Lingard a rest, give Mickey an opportunity to impress. I know we may be getting sold this window, although I doubt it, to be totally honest with you, with the injuries we have. But Mkhitaryan, we need to get him in form if we are going to keep a hold of him, give him a chance to play his way into form in this game here. I think that team would be strong enough to win this game. A few of you are saying Lukaku won't play. Read Jose Mourinho's comments now. Of course, Lukaku might not play, but I think it is a big possibility. Gumshi says Matic looked very tired recently. Well, he or she says Matic looked so tired lately, especially against Everton. I do agree with you. Matic has got away recently with a few under par performances and under par moments in games, definitely. And I think we need to be clued on to the fact that Nemanja Matic is only human. We need to give him a rest at times. As I said, him and Lukaku have played the most minutes in the team this season. New players to the squad as well. And I think we're putting an awful lot of pressure onto Nemanja Matic, and particularly this season. Ander Herrera's been out of form. Paul Pogba's missed about 12 games this season. So with that being said, Nemanja Matic has been used heavily and he's been relied on heavily. And maybe we're putting a little bit too much weight on his shoulders. We're expecting a little bit too much of him. So let's give him a rest. Let's take him out of the team. Abdi says Martial missed 2 games, so he doesn't need rest. He did miss those games through an injury, though. The match isn't going to be televised, guys, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a strange one. But it's the first time in a while that Manchester United are not being televised. I'm sure you guys at home will be able to find a stream of it somewhere. Matic is tired. He's played so much, says Ronak. The match is going to be live, of course, if you're at the game. But it's not going to be live on TV. Antonio says, what up, mate? I hope you're doing well. We've got over 160 people in here at the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing, commenting as well. What are your predictions in terms of team and scoreline for the game against Derby? Like I said, Derby are a team that are in form at this moment in time. They're playing very well under Gary Rowett. Gary Rowett, a young English manager, cruelly sacked by Birmingham City when he looked like he'd get them in with a chance of getting promoted to the Premier League. He was sacked, strangely enough, and replaced by Gianfranco Zola. Since then, he's moved across the Midlands to Derby, and he's gone to Derby, and he's turned those guys into a near enough Premier League outfit. Tom Lawrence could be available for Derby County against Manchester United. Former Manchester United boy. I think they have another former Manchester United player as well. I can't remember who that is. Joe Ledley's out for them, the Wales player, which of course is something of a miss for them. And their manager says they could mix it up as well in terms of making changes to their team. So it'll be interesting to see how many changes they make to their team, how many changes Manchester United make to theirs as well. That will of course be very interesting. And I'm looking forward to this game. I love the FA Cup. I know a lot of people will say the FA Cup's dead, this, that and the other, but I totally disagree with that. The FA Cup's my favourite cup competition, bar the European Cup. I absolutely love every time it comes around. I don't mind when we get a home game. I don't mind when we get a away game in this, because I love the competition. So yeah, who was the other player that I was thinking of that played for Manchester United? Maybe I was making that up and it's something else that I'm thinking of. Let's have a look. They got former Liverpool man Andre Wisdom. They got former West Brom goalkeeper Scott Carson. Tom Huddlestone's another familiar name. Chris Baird. Bradley Johnson, decent player. Marcus Olsen, decent player. David Nugent. Andreas Wyman. Darren Bent. He hasn't played at all though this season. But yeah, Tom Lawrence is the only ex-Manchester United player that they've got. But nevertheless, that's the news ahead of Manchester United against Derby in the old FA Cup. So guys, what's your predictions? Ronak saying 3-1. Boss Ibrahim saying 4-1. When I was a young lad in the 70s, the FA Cup was huge, says Gungshi. It's still huge, mate. A like added for some great points on Mourinho versus Scholes, says Rohit. Thank you very much, mate. Jamie says we need Timbo back. If you're just joining us here, by the way, guys, in this Derby County preview, not only have I brought you the Manchester United Derby County team news, my predictions, my predicted 11, I've also discussed Timothy Fosu-Mensah, a few signings, Luke Shaw, also discussed as well Paul Scholes against Jose Mourinho. So feel free to go and check all of those things back by scrolling back if you have joined us late. Remember, thank you for watching, whether you've watched us live or you've watched us back later on today or on Thursday, Friday, whenever you've watched it. Thank you for getting involved. Remember, this week we've got loads coming. We've got the 2017 review. We've got the reaction to Manchester United against Derby live from Old Trafford. We've got FIFA Fridays returning. We've got match day vlog from the Man United vs Derby game over the weekend, as well as much more content. Get your ideas for any other content you would like me to make. And of course, keep it locked to Adam McKola TV. My prediction for the game, Manchester United 3, Derby County 1. I think it will be 3-1. United to go through comfortably. Jord Supreme are all agreeing with me. Nadeem says 1-0. Lukaku. Boss Ibrahim, thank you. Scholes was spot on. We were poor against Saints, says Abdi. Without Mickey, we will smash them 3-0. That's my predicted team news in case you haven't heard. And of course, I have been Adam McKola. You guys have all been absolute fucking legends. Thank you for joining us. I will be back during the week. I'm Adam McKola. I'm out of here.